Ryan, I want to make sure we play this. I think it's just great of you on CNN. Where's this tape here? How recent was this, Ryan? This was obviously in the last couple days, correct?
2 days ago.
Okay, let's play 90 and then you riff on it. Play cut 90, please.
Yesterday, Ryan, about how in the context of riots, he was saying, let's just bring the military into it to deal with American citizens. I mean, that happened yesterday.
Right, but the post-George Floyd riots resulted in an excess of over 15,000 black male deaths in this country. How?
Yeah.
The surge of violent crime, it was like Ferguson, the Ferguson effect and the Floyd effect.
Respectfully, you got to explain to me how George Floyd's death.
Yeah.
Because I need causation here.
Yes,
you really are
because what happens is after the Ferguson riot and after the Floyd riot, policemen, in fear of their jobs many times and political coverage, pull back from their jobs, resulting in an increased level of
listen, I got to stop you there because
hold on. You can look at the Washington Post.
Ryan, we got to stop you there because you're literally making a connection out of your own conjecture.
No,
you cannot.
It's a real thing. Look up.
These people are stupid. Ryan, please.
Yeah, I loved it when what's his face started doing his foghorn impersonations. Like, I tell you, I never heard of this thing before. It was so insane. I said it, I was more shocked because I genuinely thought that everyone working in the news industry would have heard about something that CNN itself covered. So I was in shock at parts of times that they were sitting there and saying it because I thought I honestly thought it was like a ruse. I was like, they must be pulling my leg that they are working in the media and don't know very basic things on crime statistics, considering a lot of people on the show that I was on talk about race like 5 million times a day. It's how they built an entire career. So that was exhausting and infuriating. And then I was going back and forth on it. And I was like, and in my head, because when you're doing live TV, and Charlie, you know, because you've done it, like there's what you're saying, you're listening, and you're thinking, what am I going to say next? And how is it going to play, you know, to the audience, to the people I'm around? Like your brain is moving a mile a minute. And I'm thinking, do I bring up like race and violent crime statistics right now? And like, do I just throw a nuclear bomb in the middle of it and then go to commercial break and then sit with these people for the next hour? So didn't do that. But I was just going back and forth on a lot of their talking points and nonsense. And it's hard when there's 5 people screaming at you the entire time. But I'll tell you, after the segment was over, it was like one of the nastiest moments ever. There were 2 ladies sitting to my right. And one, we went to commercial, one looked at the other, pointed at me and goes, what's his name? And the other one goes, I have no idea. And I'm like, I'm 10 inches from you. Like, do you think I don't see what you're saying? Like, and then she goes, oh, you're a very feisty person. I was like, am I like on drugs? What is going on right now? And then we were going into commercial and Bakari Sellers, who was doing the foghorn Leghorn impersonation before, he was in the middle of commercial break. He is like very close to Kamala. He was like, you know, Trump needs Pennsylvania to sit there and to win nationwide. He can't without Pennsylvania. I go, well, that's not true. And he's like, how is it not true? And I'm like going through different scenarios to get to 270.
Yeah, of course.
And he goes, yeah, and he's like, yeah, no, but he needs Pennsylvania. And I'm like, no, I'm going through it right now.
No,
like,
he
this
doesn't.
Is the third time
no, there's 6 different scenarios, such as winning North Carolina, Georgia,
Charlie,
Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin. I mean, yeah. So
I know that. I know that. You know that. I literally was doing simple math. Like it was addition. It was just straight up addition. And at the end, I was like, if you didn't eat breakfast this morning, would you be hungry? Like, what would you do if you, I honestly wanted to do like a live IQ test in real time because I was like, maybe I'm just not on, maybe no one has read a book this decade. Like maybe that's what's going on. And I'm just in the wrong room. I love Abby and I love a lot of people on. That was a specifically very hostile environment when I was mentioning something that is a very well documented thing. And everyone was like,
of course it is.
This is, yeah. I mean, if I was about to say, like, listen, we all need to breed Steve Saylor and just have a moment right now, and we'll have a really educational experience for a CNN audience. But I didn't go that far.